The views and opinions on this show do not necessarily reflect the views of ESPN Tucson 1490 AM, 94.9 HD Channel 4, or the Arizona Lotus Corporation.
Welcome to Spears and Ali on ESPN Tucson.
Justin Spears, I like that.
With Justin Spears and Ali Farhang on 1490 AM, 94.9 HD Channel 4, ESPN Tucson. Brought to you by Tucson Federal Credit Union, the Volpe team at Nova Home Loans, and Rightway Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
I want to be entertaining, but I'm not stupid enough to compare myself to Ali.
High school football season is in full swing, and we've got a very special guest joining us. He is our high school football player of the week. That is Flowing Wells running back Jayden Simmons. He's a senior for the Caballeros, and this past weekend, Jayden ran for 171 yards and 3 touchdowns in a 56-10 win over the Douglas Bulldogs. And Jayden joins us here. Good morning, Jayden. How you doing, man?
Good morning, guys. How you guys doing?
Thanks. Doing good. Thanks for being a part of the show. So, big game this past weekend. Take us through your performance and what did it mean for you guys to set the tone with the 56-10 win?
I feel like my performance out there was pretty solid. I feel like I could have done better in a couple areas, especially on the defensive side. I felt like if I would have, stayed physically well, because after those 10 carries, I did cramp up a little bit. I feel like that halted me, especially since it was definitely a great time to start racking up those yards. I feel like this win for us, 56-10 against a team that our coaches considered a pretty tough opening, was definitely a great tone setter for our season. Next week we have Amphi. We're getting prepared for that, trying to stay strong, trying to stay focused, trying to stay motivated, and definitely looking forward to playing them guys too.
You mentioned how, there were some things where you felt like you could have done better. What are those areas that you think you can improve on as you go into week 2?
Definitely my vision. I wasn't taking all the opportunities that I could have every time I got the ball. And definitely my defense. A lot of that hi-hat, those tackles were pretty strong, pretty solid. I really wish I could have been able to put a little bit more pressure on the quarterback to help my defense out. And, that's about all.
Jayden, after you cross the goal line, who are the guys you're looking back to celebrate with? And it's your offensive line, right? Yeah.
It's definitely the linemen. Definitely the linemen. I love those guys. They've been putting up a whole lot of work on the offseason, and I've really been appreciating it. Those guys really are the setting stone, the only reason I'm able to move the rock, and really the core pieces of our offense right there. So, yeah, every time I score, I want to make sure I give all my appreciation towards those guys.
And, Jayden, you've been with Flowing Wells now. I think this is your 3rd varsity season. You got over 1,500 all-purpose yards. Tell us about the last 3 years at Flowing Wells and just how you've gone about evolving into this great running back that you are.
In the last 3 years, I've really tried to develop myself after other solid Flowing Wells running backs. In history, there's been Rashad Henderson, Deontay Flores, Josiah Leone. Those have all been really talented guys, and especially with them being able to have some success in this offense, I wanted to see what they've done at their best and they've done at their worst for me to be able to adapt and perform at my peak.
What is your favorite football memory at Flowing Wells?
I would definitely say our California trip. It's definitely the greatest part of the off season, being able to know that, we worked all this hard. Now we get a kind of a relaxing session, go to California with the guys, hit our practices, go to the beach, do all that kind of stuff. It's really fun, really amazing, and I've built a whole lot of great memories over there.
Is that the San Diego State passing trip, or what's the California trip?
We go up to Costa Mesa over summer to Vanguard University. There we stay in the dorms, go out to practice a couple times a day, and then also share different special events like going out to the beach. We went out to the movies and different stuff like that.
Man, when you guys are in that setting where you guys are sharing dorms with each other, you guys are hanging out, what does that do for your team chemistry and your team bond?
It definitely rises. It definitely has it rise. Our team morale, I feel like, just completely increased. I feel like we became a lot more comfortable with each other, been able to trust each other a whole lot more. And I feel like just overall, it was just a great experience for us all.
Yeah, and practicing in California in July or August versus Tucson, as much as I love Tucson, don't hate that, right? The weather maybe a little bit better, huh?
Yeah, definitely. I think over there was a cool 75 degrees every day,
Oh,
so that was
beautiful.
definitely a relief.
You'll take that.
All right, man. So I just heard about you. You want to improve rushing the quarterback, and or you could have done that better in the last game. So if I told you, hey, next game against Amfi, you guys are going to win. I guarantee you're going to win. You can have 2 just awesome sacks, or you can score 2 long touchdowns. Which one are you choosing?
I feel like that's a hard one, but I got to take the touchdowns on this. It's just there's nothing that beats that feeling. Being able to know that you scored and it was a full team effort other than just the sacks. I feel like the sacks is a little bit selfish in a way.
Yeah.
I feel like when I get those touchdowns, I can turn around. Yeah, we did it. We did this. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. Like we were able to really achieve like that level of status. It's really just like there's nothing that beats it.
I mean, look, man, that is a great answer. But when you hear the air leave the quarterback's lungs when you hit him really good, also feels good, right?
Yeah, I can't deny that. Definitely can't deny that.
So tell us about your upbringing. Have you always grown up in Tucson? Tell us about your childhood and how you got to this point.
Yeah, I have. I was born and raised here. Ever since I was 8 or 9 years old, I've been playing football, starting off at flag, gradually building up into different leagues, different teams, playing football. But surprisingly, before 8th grade, I was always a lineman. I was always an offensive lineman, defensive lineman. At first, I started off as a defensive edge. Then I progressively moved to linebacker. Then I got a little bit bigger, moved to defensive line, offensive line, and up until 8th grade, that's when I first started my running back career because my coach at the time said, "No, you're gonna be in the backfield." And I'm like, "Sure, why not?" I feel like I performed pretty well there, and then just progressively moved up. I started developing, started practicing it, started trying my hardest, and it eventually just fell into place and helped me become who I am today.
Dreams, hopes, aspirations is the thought to try to continue playing after high school. What is it that you want to do as you move forward?
Moving forward after this year, I definitely want to, in all hopes, achieve a couple offers, not even a couple, a offer to try to play college ball. I really do want to end up trying to, put the skills that I've learned the last couple of years into use at a bigger stage. Through that, I also just want to finish schooling. That's definitely like my main priority. I want to go to college, become a nurse, and try to get my money the natural way. But I definitely would, if I can, like to be playing football at that next level.
Man, some kids, they don't know what they want to do at this point of their life. What made you want to become a nurse outside of football?
It wasn't really a set thing that made it happen. I just do enjoy helping people. I do enjoy being able to learn about the body and stuff like that. It's just that I feel like that knowledge can also double onto myself. With learning that knowledge, I can also help myself just as much as anyone can help anybody else. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Who needs WebMD when you have yourself, right?
Right.
So Jayden, what is your favorite running back? Who is a guy that you maybe emulate your game after?
Ooh, I can't say Saquon. I'd probably say Jahmyr Gibbs. His play style it's probably just looks like so much fun. It's that speed and power kind of mixture that I really like seeing. He's really explosive, and that's really what I want to be as a running back.
And then what is your favorite either pregame meal or postgame meal?
Ooh. I say post-game meal, beef and broccoli, drizzled over some rice. Ooh, can't go wrong with that. It's definitely my favorite thing to eat.
Can't hate on it, man.
I mean, if you're talking about going 10 for 10 and answering questions, Jayden got an 11.
Right. All right. So now that you guys have one game in the books, now looking ahead, when this team reaches its maximum potential, what does that look like in your opinion, Jayden?
I feel like that looks like everybody's healthy, everybody's here on time, everybody's practicing at their best, everybody's high energy. I feel like that would be possibly our highest point, our max potential. But I feel like it's more of everybody after each game is focused. on the next game. Let's say last week is Douglas. We're not thinking about Douglas no more. This week is Amphi. Next week is North. Next week is Maricopa, I believe, after that. And it's just week after week after week, taking it 1 week at a time, trying our hardest to make sure that we can get that game done and set with before we move on to the next.
Now, last year against Amphi, correct me if I'm wrong, but maybe your best performance of the season, right? You had, 3 touchdowns, 145 carries. What do you remember about that game?
Yeah, it was definitely something. It was a little bit of pressure because there was a local YouTuber, right, that covers a lot of the sports games there, and it definitely had my heart racing. I didn't want to look crazy. I also really wanted to get our get back from my sophomore year because that was a pretty miserable experience. That being able to lose, especially with those senior guys there, I definitely had a chip on my shoulder going into that game. So being able to perform as well as I did, I really enjoyed that. But on both sides of the ball at that.
Lastly for us, because I know the bell just rang, Benicio Ruiz, the quarterback for Flowing Wells. You guys last year were kind of the co-players of the week, and now you guys are back this year as the leaders. Tell us about that dynamic and how you guys are able to work together and lead this offense.
I definitely believe that as far as leading the offense, it's definitely more Ben. That guy's speed, that guy's intelligence, that guy's reads, he's just a different level of player that even I look up to at sometimes. I feel like together leading, it's just that that two-man pitch. It's just like so I'm getting a little bit nervous. He's a really great player, and it's hard to kind of put my finger on how to explain this. But last year, I believe I believe our coach called us a three-headed dragon. We had me, Benicio Ruiz, and Alfredo Guzman in that backfield. That was something dangerous. So far, it's just me and Fredo. We got Ben at the quarterback position, able to show off his speed, show off his arm, and show off his abilities to really shine as a player. I really do enjoy it, having him in the backfield with me, and it's definitely a lot easier than it has been in the past.
All right, well, go to school, man. I know you got classes. We appreciate you for joining us. That is Jayden Simmons. He is our high school football player of the week after rushing for 171 yards and 3 touchdowns in a 56-10 win over the Douglas Bulldogs. Jayden, always a pleasure, man. Thank you for joining us, and good luck this week.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate that, you guys.
Hey, and if you're thinking about law school instead of nursing school, give me a call because everything you've said so far, I'm like, this guy'd be a good lawyer.
Just saying, Jayden.
Maybe so.
Just think about it.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Good stuff there from Mr. Simmons.
What a great interview. Just
great kid.
You can tell he's a leader, one of the leaders of that team. And those coaching guys like that, one of your best players that also is a leader, also probably one of the hardest workers in practice, talking about all the right things. I mean, it's a dream scenario for a coach.
Absolutely.